So it's day 84, and I haven't posted a video in basically a week because I was in LA basically every day last week. Um, and then during the days, if I wasn't, in the car on the way to LA, I was teaching. And therefore, I didn't feel like dealing with recording rehearsal video and then pulling it off of my phone and then uploading it onto the internet. It was just too much of a hassle. So LA weeks are going to get a pass, which kind of sucks because that means that next month there will be 2 straight weeks where I'm not going to post anything because I've got both LA groups back to back, and then the very next week is a group up in Santa Maria up north. So that's going to be April's going to be a crazy month, really busy. But I want to try to keep doing this because if I can just make it through April, I think I'm in the clear. Because I think those are my last orchestra concerts until the fall. So then I can start posting regularly again through the summer and maybe chronicle my travels in Europe, which I will maybe go into later. So anyway, I've decided that I need to get back into doing stuff again, regularly, like I always do. I fall off the wagon and then try to run and catch up and get back on. So I was talking to a friend of mine as we were commuting down to LA and back, and she's a phenomenal violist. Did her undergrad at Rice. Not sure where she did her master's. Maybe it was a combined master's doctoral program at the local college when a phenomenal violist, incredible teacher, Helen Callis, taught here. A lot of really great violists came to town to study with her and then promptly left town when she got a better job offer and also left. So we were talking, and Helen made my friend learn the Paganini caprices, learn one Paganini caprice a week on viola. And I've only ever learned one Paganini caprice in my entire life, and I still sucked at it. So, baby steps, not going to force myself to learn one Paganini caprice a week. She said that they were, half tempo or slower, and plenty of out of tune notes and stuff like that. I thought initially she meant like she perfected a Paganini caprice in a single week on the viola, and I would just be like, why am I even bothering to do this anymore? I should just stop. But I've decided that maybe I'll do Kreutzer, and then from Kreutzer to, I think the next step that I have is Fiorillo. It's after Kreutzer. It's like, for the etude books that I actually own, I would say Wolfhart, Kreutzer, then maybe Fiorillo. I got Fiorillo after I mostly finished Kreutzer. Schradek is in there in a different kind of all over the board space because that goes through all of the positions on the violin. The first ones start very easy and very accessible keys and only in the first couple of positions, and then the keys get worse and the positions get higher. So the Schradek book that I have is just kind of spans all the way across the board. But I think that maybe forcing myself to go through the Kreutzer etudes would be a good thing, and not just read through them, but actually try to work on them. So this week is spring break for the county, and therefore I don't have any commitments during the day except for going to work because I need to dye a bunch of bows, and also finishing up organizing some music for the folk orchestra because I did most of it yesterday in the 6 hours I had between rehearsal and concert. No big deal, played in Walt Disney Concert Hall. I think it's kind of a big deal, but apparently a lot of kids in LA, I think, have done that or performed at Colburn and stuff like that, and I just think it's kind of cool that I got to sit in the hallways backstage and listen to the LA Phil play because they had a matinee concert yesterday, And then I got to go on that stage that night and play where they just played. It was kind of cool. Anyway, so I'm going to skip the first couple of Kreutzers here. Maybe I'll do Kreutzer 3. That one's kind of fun. Kreutzer 1 is a drag, I believe. If it's what I think it is. Yeah, it's kind of a drag. I don't really want to deal with that right now. Most people just start with Kreutzer 2 anyway. And since I'm lazy and doing this on my iPad, I can't play Kreutzer 2 because it's 2 separate pages. So I'm just going to play Kreutzer 3, which I have not played yet today. I've played 4 and 5 and a few others. I was just kind of hopping around the book. So here is Kreutzer 3, a adventure in sight reading. Boy, I played this. That's so weird. I learned this almost 10 years ago. Sorry for derping out there. I think Baron hopped up where I was having dinner earlier. Okay. He's not actually ruining anything. There's just some like empty bowls left it there. And I thought he was going after something. And I also did not know that the 4s in this etude mean an actual shift, not just an extension. Because something else I did earlier this evening was play through a bunch of just the scale and arpeggio pages out of the hour book. I didn't bother doing any of the etudes or anything in between, just the scale and arpeggio pages, which was nice. I've got like an eyelash bothering my eyeball. I'm going to try this, just the second half of it. I'll start at line 4. See if I can get all of these sequences with the shifting and no F sharps, because apparently my brain just wants to play F sharp tonight, and it's not right. Better. Having a lot of intonation problems because I think my strings died a long time ago, and I'm gonna just ask my boss to order me a new set because I would like to support her small business instead of continuing to buy things from Char. Also, Char is not giving me a percent off discount code when I need it. So definitely just gonna ask my boss to order me some strings for violin and viola because I need to replace them both. So I'm having like mental issues because I don't like the tone coming out of my instrument right now. I'm gonna try the whole thing one more time. I haven't played anything for you for a week, but trust me, I've been playing a hell of a lot. I'm gonna try the whole etude one more time. Playing a C major arpeggio in second position. That's disgusting. So even though that is just a short 6-line little etude, I think, I know, there's obviously a lot of work to be done in it. Intonation, stroke that I kind of totally ignored the second time I played through it, and just playing the correct bowings. And I think it should go a little faster. It's allegro moderato. Allegro is typically around 120, so moderato will probably be around 110. And then I made it 2 bars almost. That's more of the tempo that I would want to do it at, I think. I could phrase it a little easier. And I made it 3 bars that time. It's just that sequence going down and then the bowing changes, but I think it's a very easily phrased little etude, and that's going to be my goal going through a lot of these, is going to be adding phrasing to them, because I know I was definitely guilty of this when I was learning all of these etudes the first time around, of playing them all the same tempo and the same dynamic all the time. Like every etude was the same tempo, because I just thought, you know, my brain is just like, there's an etude tempo, and you just take the same speed for all of them regardless of whether they're supposed to go faster or slower. Some of the slower ones you could feel, but there were a lot of these that I just took all the same tempo, and it's like week after week you're hearing sort of almost the same thing. And my teacher would say, yeah, but it's supposed to go about twice as fast. I'm like, so I'm going to try to pay attention to the tempo markings, and I'm going to actually try to add phrasing and musicality to these etudes, because yeah, they're great for right hand, right arm bowing patterns, this particular one, but and left hand patterns for all of the shifting and all of those notes that I'm messing up because I'm playing the wrong pattern, because my brain's just not working tonight. But then again, I woke up at 6:30 yesterday morning to drive down to LA and didn't get home until 11:30 at night. So give me a break. Why am I even playing today? Why am I doing this? So there's a lot to be done, and there's a lot of musicality that can be infused into it. I'm really going to challenge myself to do that and not just play a whole bunch of boring straight 16th notes like I probably did earlier. But that's reading. And I'm going to spend some time on this one this week. And it may take me 5 or 7 days to get it to a place where I'm happy with it. Or it may take less, it may take longer. Hopefully not longer. Maybe I'm going to keep myself to no more than 7 days on each of these etudes until they start getting ridiculous. But this is number 3, so I should totally be able to learn this and master it in just a few days, in under a week. So I will be back with this etude progress this week, as well as maybe some Tchaikovsky and Chaconne as well rolled all into these videos, because this is spring break, so it's a great time for me to try to get myself into a routine that I might be able to keep when all of my other work starts picking back up next week. So this was day, I already forgot, 82, 84, something. I don't know. It's day 80 something, and I do kind of regret not being more I don't know, pushing myself to post a video every day, or record videos every day. But really, I don't think you guys enjoy watching lap video of orchestra rehearsal, and I definitely am not going to make other videos on those days when I spend 2.5, 3 hours in the car to get there, a 3-hour rehearsal, and 2.5 or an hour and a half in the car on the way back. I don't have any time or mental energy or physical energy to play anything else. So I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll make the video in the morning. I'll practice in the morning and then go to work and dye a whole bunch of cello bows and maybe some violin bows if we've got them in. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow with something.